Nudges have been a core feature of the 5-App platform since we began, providing learners with an easy-to-use notification tool that helps you drive meaningful actions. So when it comes to ensuring that the right content is delivered to the right people at the right time, Nudges will support the journey you want your audience to go on. And this year, the team has been developing enhancements to Nudges that provide admins with greater flexibility, control, and automation, all to help you reach your desired outcomes from your content and learning programs. So let's take a look at what you can do. So the first thing that you'll notice is that we've completely redesigned the whole Nudges interface. So rather than creating Nudges in the smaller side panel on the right, you'll now have the entire page dedicated to building out your Nudges. However, you will still see the same core options are available to set up and automate. Log in for the first time, which helps to get your people to the platform initially. Log in again, the ability to prompt people to return to the platform to prevent usage from waning. And the most commonly used nudge, open or complete content, which is all about getting users to engage with or complete specific content. So let's take a look at an example. We'll take a typical sequence such as completing some annual compliance training. Currently, you would create a campaign by manually establishing a series of individual nudges. Admins would first create an initial nudge to advise people to complete some training material by a set date. Then perhaps create a reminder nudge, say a week before the due date, and maybe even a follow-up nudge on the day of completion, and so on and so forth. This process can be quite time-consuming to set up, and you'll need to analyse each nudge to see its impact. Now let's take a look at that same example using our new Nudges framework, where the process of creating a campaign is streamlined and simplified. We start by first naming the campaign, setting the language, and deciding who the nudge is for, either for the entire business or for selected teams. Next, you decide on what content you would like the nudge to help you with. This can either be an asset, a playlist, or a mixture of both. And now you decide on the goal of your nudge, and here we have two options to select, either for the users to complete the content or just to simply open it. Now that your nudge is ready, it's time to establish how you wish to broadcast and notify your audience. We now provide you with two options for how to encourage users to visit the content. First, we have shares. Shares are a quick way to notify all the users within your target audience. This is particularly useful at the beginning of any campaign, when you need to deliver a consistent message to your teams. And now we have reminders, your way of targeting users that have not yet reached the goal that you set out at the beginning of your campaign. Here, you first set a target date for your goal, which can either be an absolute date or a relative date unique to that user, but more on that later. And now you decide on the detail that sits within the reminders. Now here you can set as many reminders as you deem necessary, and each of which can be repeated up to 5 times. And each reminder can be fully customized with different messaging, and will only be sent to the users who have not yet completed the goal of your nudge. And that's it. When you're happy with your campaign, you click Save and toggle on and off from the top of the page. Any edits to your campaign can be done by simply changing any of the sequencing and language and clicking Save. And once your nudges are live, you can tab to the Analytics page to see the live impact of your campaign. For goals that are unique to each user, you can now create a campaign using relative dates. This now allows you to trigger nudges to a user based on their unique credentials, such as account creation date or the date they joined a specific team. An example of where this will save you time and effort is for employee onboarding. You can now set and forget content that you need your new employee to view or take action based on the date they start their employment with you. And there'll be a whole host of other ways that you can use nudges to save you time and effort and reduce the admin burden, such as giving a newly promoted manager access to new content, or publishing content for pre and post course materials from a learning program, or simply broadcasting timely and topical communications to your business. Nudges are now available to switch on within your admin control. If you would like further guidance, then please reach out to your customer success manager or designated support team.